Hey everybody, Kirby Hasseman here with the DMJ One-on-One. We're going to talk today about 4 things I want to see people stop doing on social media in 2024. Now, as you know, I do Delivering Marketing Joy once a week where I interview marketers and entrepreneurs and leaders all over the world about specific topics that hopefully help you level up and give you value. And then I've started doing over the last several months these DMJ One-on-Ones where I take on a specific topic myself and try to provide you with a little bit of extra value. And if it has provided you any value, please feel free to subscribe on any of the platforms that you're listening to. And hey, if you're listening as a podcast, feel free to rate the podcast. I think that will help spread the word. Now, let's dive in today. We're going to talk about 4 things I'd like to see everyone stop doing on social media in 2024, including myself. And, I think it's important to start by saying, I'm a big fan of social media. I'm a big believer in using that as a tool to help grow your personal brand, grow your business, create influence in the world. It allows you to curate your own experience. We talk a lot about and complain a lot about the algorithm showing us this, but I think, it's amazing how what you like tends to show up. The platforms want to keep you on the platforms. And so you have the ability to curate your own experience in a good way. So if you're tired of seeing negativity, you need to stop engaging with negative content and start working with positive content. The other thing I'd say is it allows you to put value into the world. You're allowed to create content, create your own messages, and it's free, folks. Again, we complain about social media, but it is an amazing tool to grow a business and grow your brand in 2024. And, I think if I said to you, there's this tool out there and it allows you to increase your influence and build your business and build the message you want to see in the world, would you use it? And, I think it's also free. I think so many people would say, oh, absolutely, of course I would use it. But most businesses are not taking full advantage of utilizing social media platforms in order to grow your business. So I want to start by saying it's a wonderful tool, and most of us are not doing enough to engage and build an audience on social media. Now, with that being said, I think there's some things I'd really, really like to see many of us stop doing on social media, stop perpetuating on social media. So we'll dive into that today. Number 1, especially with businesses out there, stop incessantly selling all the time. Gary Vaynerchuk talks a little bit about this when in his book, Jab, 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 Right Hook. And he talks about give, ask. So in other words, you are thinking through the eyes or the interests of your audience and providing them value. When you provide them value over and over and over again, they expect you to ask at some point, right? They've followed a business page. They're engaging with your content. Many of them will actually, the rule of reciprocity will kick in and they'll want to do business with you because you provided them value. The problem is many small businesses, but not just small businesses, medium to large businesses, incessantly sell. They are buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. You wouldn't do that in the real world. And I don't know why we're doing it on social media. So stop incessantly selling. We should definitely sell. I'm a big fan of selling, but it shouldn't be the only thing we're doing on social media. We should be providing value in order to build trust, build integrity, and give to the audience so that when you do ask, when you want to sell them your product, you want to ask them to come to an event, they're not only open to that, but they're excited to be a part of it because you provided them so much value. So number 1, stop incessantly selling without providing any value. Number 2, this one should go without saying, but apparently it doesn't. Stop arguing with strangers on the internet. It is fascinating to me how many people seem to troll, seem to just get their kicks out of just arguing with no matter what. And if you're the person who's going to say, no, I don't want to stop arguing with strangers on the internet, this message in this video probably isn't for you. But I think as we head into 2024, we're heading into an election cycle, folks. And I don't think it's good for your mental health. I don't think it's good for your business. Just stop taking the time to argue with strangers on the internet. And it's challenging, I think, because I think so many times people are saying things that are ideologically opposite of what we believe. But I would encourage you to just keep moving, filling your brain and giving people headspace. They're the people that you disagree the most and you're spending the most time thinking about. So please, in 2024, stop arguing with strangers on the internet. Number 3, I've seen this a lot lately, and it's a business calling out another business because they don't like their business practices. Stop shaming people because they close a certain time or they don't do certain things. I think that there is this is kind of incessant with that cancel culture out there. If you are in business and you are constantly calling out other businesses for things they're doing wrong, your attention is not on the right thing. You need to be focusing on what you do and how you go to market and how you can reach more customers and how you can provide them more value. And when you are complaining online, when you are calling out other businesses because you don't like their business practices, you are not keeping the main thing, right? Focus on what you do best, and what you do best will grow. Stephen Covey talks about this in 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He says, focus on your circle of influence, not your circle of concern. Your circle of concern is everything, including the weather and what other people are doing. When you focus on your circle of influence, your circle of influence will grow. So stop calling out other businesses for their business practices and the things that they do that you don't like. It isn't helping anybody. And then finally, this is one that's been around for ages, but it certainly is bigger on social media, and that is comparing your life and your business and your things to other people's. Keeping up with the Joneses that's an old saying. It's one of those things that we naturally do. We look to see what other people have in comparison to keep score, and it's just not healthy. They say comparison is the thief of joy. Now, again, it's been around for a long time, but certainly social media has made it louder in our own heads. But one of the things that I've heard people say, and I've said it many times, is the challenge when you are comparing your life to other people on social media is you're comparing other people's highlight reels to your behind the scenes. Right? Because you know the mess that's in your house. You know what your kitchen looks like. You know what your finances look like. And when there's always that friend who's always seemingly on vacation, and it's really easy to look at them and go, gosh, they seem to have it all worked out. I guarantee you they have challenges that you don't know about. So stop comparing, your behind the scenes to other people's highlight reels. So that's number 4. Stop comparing other people's success in their life on social media to yours. So those are the 4 things I would really like to see people stop doing in 2024 on social media. And again, those are incessantly selling with no value. Arguing with strangers, you're not going to get any value out of that. Calling out other businesses for their business practices and comparing your life to other people's life online. I would really like to see us all kind of scale back on all 4 of those things in 2024. I think we'll all be more productive, and quite frankly, we'll be more joyful, more happy, and I'd love for that for you. If this is providing you any value, please feel free to subscribe. Please feel free to rate. And if you have any topics you'd like me to cover, let me know, and I'll take them on. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.